Okay, did I do it? Did I start it correctly all by myself? Actually, Elizabeth's here, so she helped a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Happy coffee time. Happy Monday. Happy 128th Boston Marathon day. A super big day for us here in our family. I am missing my better half today. Eric is actually in Boston with our son Forrest, who is going to be running. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but he's not here. So Eric was going to try to pop in. Obviously, we have logistic, technical components that we have to deal with. But at the moment, I believe it's a parking garage. Yeah, I think that with everything else we've got going on, Eric's having a hard time parking somewhere. So we'll see. He may pop in the middle of a different segment, or he may not at all. I will tell you that I know he wants to send you all well wishes. Thank you for joining in. But we are super excited about that. So I hope I got to everyone. I see a few new names today. That makes me so excited. So I know there's probably some people. Good morning, Jim. I don't think I said hello to you in Traveling Trio. And Diz Deb. I didn't get to type hello to you, but good morning to everybody. And of course, good morning and lots of love and hugs to all of you that are watching but don't know how to type it in or are not in a position to do so. So bear with me today. You know me and my buttons, right? I'm also looking a hot mess today. The dogs are running around. We have issues at our house that were a little bit problematic, some plumbing issues. Lovely day. That happened, of course, right as Eric left. And so we have some workers coming at 10 a.m. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more aware of my time today. Watch my urge to talk and talk and talk. So I am going to try to make sure I pop out on time. So for those of you that start to get bored of me around 9:45, don't worry. I'll be bored of me too, and we'll be able to end it. So I hope everybody is having a good day. Who is it? Pam said, beautiful day in Florida. You are right, my friend. This is it. It is glorious weather. And I know I've said it before, but one of my favorite things is getting up in the morning and taking the dogs out and just hearing the birds. It's just lovely. It really is. There's no other way. I know that may sound corny, but it really is lovely. My only fear is that one of the dogs is going to poop or pee behind me. I'm full disclosure. Like, I'm so worried about that right now, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Anyway, so it is a beautiful day here. I think in Boston. Elizabeth, do you remember what temperature was? You said
it's somewhere in the 50s.
Somewhere in the 50s. I think according to Forrest, the runner, that's actually perfect running weather, or at least it is for him. And I think that's kind of interesting, depending on where you live, where you train, what, elevation you're at, what the temperature is. I think that matters. I know that when he comes to visit us in Florida, he's not real fond of running in the heat that we have here in the middle of the summer, but he doesn't mind running when he comes home for the holidays, because then it's a little bit better, a little bit cooler for us. So anyway, so good morning again. I know a few more of you have popped in. Zach, you are in Auburndale, not a cloud in sight, perfect temps too. Zach, dear Zach, guess what, Zach? I have some clients that just contracted on a beautiful home in Auburndale. I have to tell you, and I have to talk a little bit about Auburndale. So Zach, you chime in and you tell me, since this seems to be your exact neck of the woods. So Auburndale, not terribly far from here, to be honest. It's, like the way I go there, I just hit 429, I-4, past Champions Gate, a little bit further down. Boom, we're in Auburndale. And one of the things that I love about that area is you just see more untouched land. I mean, I guess kind of like when you head out more toward Groveland, that area, same thing, but we're kind of going in different directions. But it's really beautiful. So a lot of the home sites, in fact, my clients were, they're moving there specifically because they wanted a little more elbow room. They love the house that we actually got under contract in like 2 or 3 days. Well, 3 days, I think technically. 2 days we got the offer and talked about it. But yeah, like they love their existing home. Daisy, leave mommy's bagel alone. Sorry. But yeah, so she just was, they just wanted a little bit more elbow room. They're like, if we could just take this house and put it on a slightly larger home site. So very interested to kind of see. So Zach, they're buying your house? Get out. Is this really happening right now? I'm not going to say the name of it, because I don't want to divulge too much information. So wait, so Zach, oh my gosh, so my clients are buying your house. Okay, well, so this is very exciting. Well, thank you for joining, and that makes me super happy. So very, very, very excited about that. Love it. I'm so excited. This is like, I had no idea. This is like, my mind is blown. Well, Zach, thank you for joining us. And yeah, I mean, it really is. It's a great testament kind of to just kind of that area in general. It's really, really beautiful. So for those of you that are looking, maybe, still want to be closest to Disney, but just want a little bit more elbow room. I mean, the lakes out there, oh my gosh, like some of the views are just absolutely stunning. So I don't mind at all when a client wants to head out to Auburndale to take a peek. So Zach says, yes, it's happening. I love it. Okay, I love it. So yeah, Zach says, I watch all your videos. When I saw your name, I was happy. Well, hey, you know what? That's good, because here's the thing. In every scenario, which, by the way, then why didn't you call me to list your home? But anyway, we'll talk about that later, Zach. Anyway, just kidding. So here's the thing. What was I going to say? So here's the thing. Part of what Eric and I talk about all the time with what it is that we do is that we hope more than anything we are giving clients peace of mind. That to us is the most important thing, so that when you can move forward with either buying a home, building a home, selling a home, that we have given you that peace of mind that you're okay. And I think that is most important to us in our heart, is to make that. So that makes me happy, Zach. Even though I didn't list your home, it makes me happy that you got a little bit of peace of mind that you saw my name on the other side of the transaction. So that makes me happy. All right, I'll move on. I'll stop gushing. Okay, No, Furman, you're lying. 107 in the Philippines right now. Oh, there goes Boo Boo. Sorry, real life reality show, Kidwell reality show. Is it really 107? That is crazy. Mark Malloy says good morning. And Zach says, yes, they are going to love the house. Neighborhood is very peaceful and no issues. Yeah, very good. Yeah. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. I digress. Let's get to what is brewing, because we got a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to do it. So here we go. Okay, so Boston Marathon, Meet the Champs, and new roads. All right, so real quick, before I go into that, I'm going to pop up this before it gets buried, because this makes me so happy. Traveling Trio, we are 100% certain that if we didn't find Amy and Eric on here, we would not be in the position to be contracting on our new house this week, because Amy is the best. Love you. Thank you. I get so excited. Like, seriously, I cry more happy tears than anything. So when I see all my wrinkles, it's from laughter and it's from happy tears. I mean, there's been some sad ones, of course, but I that makes me happy. I'm gonna cry a little bit now. So I'm gonna move on to this, but I want to say hi to Jay. Morning from Massachusetts. Weather seems to be great for Forest to race today. I agree, my friend. I agree. All right. So on that note, let's talk about the Boston Marathon. So this is the 128th Boston Marathon. I believe it has started. I believe the cycles go first. I actually have it on the other TVs. It's on ESPN 2. We didn't click. Oh yeah, we did. It is on the other TVs around the house, but not on this one. Can't wait for this to be over so I can kind of go track him. I've got my app on my phone. This is where Eric was going to try to pop in, but like I said, technical difficulties. So here we go. I couldn't give you this picture earlier, but this is my son. This is Forrest, bib number 3524. He is racing today. I think his corral or wave or whatever the term is, I think he leaves around 10 o'clock ish. And so, like I said, because Eric left, when did he leave? Friday morning. He left. Oh, you all right, baby girl? He left Friday morning to go to Richmond to take care of the dog for a little bit. And then he flew yesterday to meet Forrest in Boston. He's going to be there to watch him run. And then Eric is actually coming back tonight. Like as soon as the race is over or the marathon's over, he's coming back home. So he'll be back late tonight. But so we didn't really get any pictures that we were able to put on this. So I just have to go old school and show it to you this way. So yeah, that's my boy. Got his bib number, 3524. We have the app on our phone, so we're going to track him. As usual, I know everyone knows this. He's not racing it. When we say the difference when you're a runner, it's always against your PR, right? Your personal record. And in the case of the Boston Marathon, man, oh man, it is just an honor and a privilege for him to be able to run that. And you know what? We thank the Disney Marathon for that, because it was 2 Disney Marathons ago that gave him the time that qualified him for both the New York and the Boston. So yay to him. So if you have nothing else to do today, pop that on ESPN2 in the background, watch the marathon, and know that my boy's running, and just keep yelling, "Run, Forrest, run." I'm really, really hoping. As a mom, I'm scared to death. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope he's okay. Hope he doesn't trip. Did he tie his shoelaces? Like all of those things. I know. He's a grown man. I understand. He is a grown man. He's almost 30 years old. He knows how to tie his shoes. But every time he ran cross country, I'm like, make sure you tie your shoes. So, okay, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully the injury that he's got, he's nursed himself through it, and he'll be able to run without too much pain or discomfort. So anyway, and then yes, I did see this. Rob, 72 years old yesterday, only feel like 127. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way I feel sometimes. Well, happy belated birthday, Rob. You are a very important part and have always been from day one with our Heart and Home Orlando coffee times. I don't know what we would do without you. So thank you for joining us all the time. We wish you nothing but love and happiness and another wonderful year where maybe you'll go to 73 but feel like you're 126. Maybe we can kind of reverse that a little bit for you. Anyway, Jim says, is Eric going to be waiting at the finish line? Honestly, Jim, I don't know where Eric is going to be. So he's there. Last I heard before we started, still searching for a place to park. That being said, I don't know the layout of the marathon where he would be able to be, but yes, I am assuming so. I'm assuming that's the goal, is to kind of get there. I have to tell you, I was a little bit spoiled because when he ran, when he ran the Disney Marathon 2 years ago, the one that he raced, like he trained, he raced it. His goal was to, get his PR and to get him qualified, which he did. And on that one, it was great because he was so far ahead of everybody that we were able to be way ahead of the crowd. So that was kind of fun. This time he's going to be a little bit more nestled in with the pack, I'm guessing. So, and Geraint, good morning, everybody. We like to have you here, Geraint. It's always fun to have you. Hope your grandbaby's doing well. We have lots to talk about on that front as well. Deborah, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Anybody else that may have popped in? Susan Forsgren. Susan, I miss you. Sweetest grandbaby pictures ever coming from that beautiful woman right there. All right, so let's move on to my second one, which is Meet the Champs. All right, for those of you, I'm guessing everybody's been a part of this for a while, but we have been doing the, take my glasses off. We have been doing the Disney's Backyard character tournament now for a while, kind of trying to match up with the March Madness basketball, just kind of for fun. No real purpose other than to drive Eric insane with coming up with an idea that he didn't, really anticipate the amount of time or effort it was going to take, which is my husband. But I know you guys have enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. I got a little bit way too invested in this tournament. I was a little bit too stressed out about some of our choices. So on that note, thank you guys all for voting all the times that we did. We decided that instead of having one champion, we felt like that wasn't really fair. It wasn't really feasible. You okay there, babe girl? Okay. Boo-Boo's taking the place of Eric, and she's wandering around that big old belly. It's like an obstacle course over here. So instead of having one champion, we decided to have a champion in the villain category. Who else do we have? The heroes, heroines, villains, and the wild card. So with that, let's meet our champs, shall we? So let's talk about our hero category. So we had one of these lovely heroes went through this bracket. So take a look at the bracket. There's a lot of characters in there, by the way. And I mean, this was a lot of fun. So for those of you who voted and joined us all along this, the final was between Aladdin and Woody, and the champion is... Fantastic. Seriously, we are so excited about that. And it has been so fun and quirky to see people vote. whether it was through TikTok or Instagram or, here on Coffee Time or all of the other ways that people were voting. Very, very, very cool. So we're really excited that you joined in. So that one, again, the hero category, Woody is our champion of the Toy Story franchise. Could not go to a better pal. You got a friend in me, right? Let me just tell you that character is really near and dear to my son and to all of us, because Forrest really did grow up, as I'm sure, some of you have children as well, or maybe some of you grew up during that time period. So that whole Toy Story franchise, from the very first one to the second one to when Andy goes off to college, was timed with my son perfectly. And it was, I'll cry now. Oh, that was tough, the whole college one. So so congratulations, Woody. That whole franchise is amazing, but Woody, you did it. All right, so let's go to the heroine. I think it's the heroine. Yep, the heroine. So we had, look at all of the heroines. I mean, come on, you have old school, you've got new school. You've got everyone from Snow White versus Moana, and that was one of the biggest upsets very early on. Can you imagine Moana beating Snow White? That was kind of a sign to us that it was going to be interesting, that there was no gift to the old school originals, to the original characters here. Some made it far, some got booted out early, and that was very first matchup, and that left us with the feeling of, oh boy, we are in for a bumpy ride. So we went all the way down to Rapunzel versus Belle. Look at that. Who do you not see? Cinderella. You don't see Wendy. You don't see Snow White. Like, you don't see Sleeping Beauty. You don't see Aurora. So that's kind of crazy. And look in the final four: Jasmine, Rapunzel, Ariel, and Belle. Where's our old school? Where's our classic Disney heroines? They're not there. So isn't this insane? This is a little bit crazy. So, all right, hold on. Update, breaking news. This is important, guys. Okay, I have to go. This is the family text. Forrest says, heading to Corral, everybody. Let's go, buddy. Let's go, buddy. Love you. This is what we do, because this is more important. I'm sorry. Okay, there's my boy. So he's heading to the Corral, everybody. All right, so back to our heroine. So the final matchup was between Rapunzel and Belle, and let's see who the winner is. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So first of all, I'm so happy. So far, Woody, absolutely, I'm all in Woody. Belle, same thing. I mean, I kind of miss some of the classics, kind of moving on to the finals. But if there's gonna be kind of a newer-ish, keep in mind, I guess Beauty and the Beast was, Allie, what year was Beauty and the Beast? You pop in, I know you know that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Belle couldn't go to a better character in my opinion. I love her. And that is absolutely, that one reminds me of Alyssa so much. With her love of reading, and just every time I think of Belle, I think of Allie. So again, I'm happy with that one. All right, we got two more brackets, guys. So our hero, Woody, our heroine, Belle, and let's go to our villains. All right, so our villains, we had a final between Maleficent and Ursula. Two of the creepiest, biggest, baddest villains, I think, in the entire Disney franchise. And I think that those were really good. I don't think that any of the other ones really can hold a candle to those two. And if you look, so Maleficent, she beat the evil queen, she beat Jafar, and she beat Mother Gothel to get there. And then Ursula beat Gaston, Lady Tremaine, and Syndrome. So I think Ursula may have had a little bit easier path, to be quite honest. But at the same time, you've got two incredible villains. Let's see who the winner is. And by the way, they're both female. Did you notice? I didn't realize that till right now. Elizabeth, did you notice that? I didn't like Captain Hook. I thought Captain Hook was going to make it far. And he did. He got to the final 8 or something. But anyway, all right, so let's see who our villain winner is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the creepy crawly Ursula herself. Oh my goodness. She definitely, like, I'm not kidding. She creeped me out. As a kid with Snow White, I was worried about like the evil queen. As the kid villains, always scared me because they were more, in my opinion, they were more witchy, right? And so it kind of scared me a little bit. Ursula was just creepy. And I think the way she slithered around in that voice, I know Eric has talked about the voice of Ursula multiple times, but let me just tell you, hats off to you, Miss Ursula. That was fantastic. So Woody, hero. Belle, heroine. Ursula, villains. And now we are to the wild card bracket. And guys, let me just tell you, this one, my heart is in it. So we have finals, Winnie the Pooh versus Mike Wazowski. And let me just tell you, in our family, this was tough because Elizabeth's favorite character is Mike. So she loves Mike. Excuse me. She has all sorts of Mike paraphernalia and knickknacks and doodahs floating around. You all know my absolute genuine love of Winnie the Pooh and the entire 100 Acre Wood. Like just that whole time of my life, it just takes me back to like childhood. And to this day, my heart to Pooh Bear. So let's take a look. So Mike Wazowski had to beat Lumiere. That was a tough one. I did not know who was going to win that one, to be quite honest. And he beat then Dory before that. And then he beat, who did he beat before that? Sebastian. So he actually, I think, had a pretty tough bracket. Let's talk about Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear had to beat Donald Duck. Oh my gosh. So Pooh Bear beating Donald Duck is pretty amazing. He also had to beat Nemo. Oh my gosh. And then he also had to beat, who else did he have to beat? Stitch. So he had, honestly, the wild cards, that was a really tough bracket. Now that I look at it kind of laid out this way, that one was a little bit worrisome too. But let me tell you, we've got the final between Mike and Pooh Bear himself, and let's see who the winner is. And I swear if it's not Pooh Bear, I'm cutting out. I'm done. Oh yeah, that's right, Pooh Bear. And you know what? I think well-deserved to our tubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff. Pooh Bear absolutely should win it. In my opinion, if we had to do a final, and now that would be tough. If you had to pick between Woody, we're not gonna, so don't vote. If you had to pick between Woody, Belle, Ursula, and Pooh Bear, I still wonder who would win, and I bet it would be Pooh Bear just because he's just the happy, lovable, best character ever. So this has been absolutely fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and, you know, kind of chime in. I know Allie says to like the stream for the Boston Marathon. Geraint said he just left the grandbaby. Very good. But I'm just trying to catch up on some of these. But yeah, so make sure if you've had fun with this, tell us because you know, we are thinking about doing it again, with some other characters and doing some other kind of tournament type things with your input to help you be a little bit more interactive with us. So if you think that's something you might like to do, then go right ahead. Geraint says, did I fix that? Actually, no, I didn't. I promise. I'm an honest person. Thank you, boo-boo. Honest person. So no, that was legitimately that Pooh Bear won by our adoring public. Now, I won't say that some people didn't vote for Pooh Bear because they wanted to make me happy, but no, I didn't fix it. I promise I did not. So that was a lot of fun. So with that, let's go on to our third brewing topic, which is new roads. So we're going to pop through this one real fast because we've talked a lot about, if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, nope. Where is it? I don't know. I'll keep looking for it. But we've been talking about the roads that are connecting from from the Lake County side over to the Orange County side. And we've talked about Schofield, that is connected. We know that we have Sawgrass Bay Boulevard is going to connect to Fleming's, which is going to connect to Western Way right there at Flamingo Crossing in the back entrance of Disney. That one is still underway. Remember, Lake County has theirs all the way there. We're just waiting on Orange County to pick it up. We have a lot of road construction happening up and down Avalon still. So I do think, Eric joined the chat? Ooh, breaking news. Eric joined the chat. Where are you, babe? I don't see him.
It was while we were in Villains. So
I see it. Eric is here, everybody. Good morning. So Eric, so I'm assuming you're going to go to the finish line. So if you're able to still watch, I know it's crazy, loud, chaotic where you are. And so it's totally okay if you're not able to respond or check in, but we're doing fine, baby. We're doing fine. It's all good. You just go take care of my baby boy. Take care of yourself, of course. But if you're here and you want to chat in with us, feel free to do that. But yeah, so I can't find my roads button. Let me see. See, Boston Marathon, Toon Tourney, Scoop. I saw it earlier, so I don't know where it is. Did you see it?
Oh, look.
We're looking for our button. Hold on. So that's wishes. Boston.
Oh, it's because it was.
Oh, because he did it as the scoop. Mm-hmm. See, you flubbed me up here, babe. So it's in the scoop, but it was actually the third brewing topic. So you messed up my buttons. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Elizabeth. So here's the map. I knew we had the map. Eric went to a lot of trouble to get this for us, so I want to make sure we show it. So Route 516 is breaking ground. And again, if you just take a look at the map, first of all, you can see Schofield Road, Schofield Road. You can see Schofield Road, the gray line kind of sort of at the top, going horizontally. That road is the one that is now complete. You can see Avalon Road. You can see where it kind of goes through, and it's going to connect. It kind of goes off the map there a little bit. But if you look to the far left, you see the purple that says 27. So that is where you're going to see that the beginning of the project is going to be segment 1 right there at 27. You can see it's going to head down to Cook Road. That's going to be the end of project or at the end of segment 1 project. It's going to continue on down and then they're going to begin segment 2. And then again, eventually it's gonna connect there to 429. So this is going to connect on as a more major road. So again, not just a back road or a bumpity bump road that kind of goes through, but more of a main traveled road. So that is also going to change traffic patterns. It's going to really make Disney and the magic here in Disney's backyard more accessible to those living in Lake County and, on that side of 27. So very excited about that. That's really exciting. It's exciting for a lot of people. I have a phone call with a new client that specifically wants to move to Claremont, and I think it's a fantastic option to keep you close to all those wonderful things. All right, so I'm keeping an eye on my clock here. So real quick, I'm going to do a quick thing. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'm going to do that real fast. Good, I don't see any other than Jim's, which we already answered. Perfect. So then I'm going to go right on to Allie Knows Nothing, because this is a good part of our conversation today. That's not...
How do negotiations work in purchasing a resale home? Do you always come in under the asking price and expect the seller to counter back? How does that work?
So that is a really good question, and there is not one answer. If you ever speak to a realtor and they have one plan of action, one course that they're going to do in a negotiation, then I think that maybe they should rethink their policies and procedures because every home purchase is going to be different. Some homes are going to be priced right. Some of them are going to be priced really, really well. And because they're expecting a bidding war and they want to jack that price up, so they'll price it lower than actually what it's valued at. There are some sellers or listing agents who price it way too high. And so that's going to create a different strategy. And then you have clients who they're like, that's my home. It's my home. I have to have that home. That's going to change our offer strategy as well. So for instance, I have some sweet clients. In fact, I'm waiting for a phone call. So I would say it's 50-50 as to whether or not I have to take a phone call here shortly. Because we submitted an offer yesterday. Now, this was interesting. It was a home out in Windermere. I'm helping the buyers on this side. We have toured quite a few homes. And there was a home that they liked. They kind of felt like, okay, it's checked off the majority of the boxes. There's some things they need to do to it, but ultimately it's a really good option for them, and they were very excited about it. So we went to an open house, then we went back for a second showing yesterday morning. And when I had spoke to the listing agent, he said, we already have multiple offers. Highest and best is due by Sunday at 5 p.m. And then we'll review Sunday evening and let you know on Monday morning. So knowing that, whether it's true or whether it's not, because I will say there's some listing agents out there that might say we have multiple offers and they don't. But I'm going to go with the fact that, okay, well, I have to assume that they do because my clients want this home. Whoops, I pushed a button. Sorry about that. Is that popping up? Okay, there we go. I pushed the wrong button. So my clients really wanted this home. Now there was a threshold, there was a ceiling to which they were willing to go to get this home. But if the word multiple offer comes into the conversation, it's a whole new ballgame and it's a whole new strategy, and it's going to vary depending on how that home was priced and what my clients' financial flexibility is going to be, or what they want to be. So we submitted a very good offer. We went in over asking. We did an appraisal gap. I don't think the appraisal gap will need to come into play, but we included it in our offer just to kind of sweeten the deal. There was some furniture that the sellers were selling. They had a very nice itemized. We have breaking news?
Eric is calling in.
Whoa, okay, there's breaking news, everyone. Hold on. Pause that conversation. Is he call? Oh, there he is. Hold on.
A little green button.
Hold on, I got it. Green button. Got it. Where do I go here? There he is!
Hey, we're getting on this train in a second, so I can't talk. But I just hi everybody. Say hi, Caroline.
Hi, we found the train.
Yay!
We're getting on the train. We're going to Marathon. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye!
Happy day. Bye.
Happy days. Woo! Oh, hey, get away from the tracks. Be safe. Yay! Okay, that was fun. Yay! Oh, there they are. Okay, good. All right. It's nice to see that they are safe and they are happy there. Okay, good. Okay, back to where I was. So my client submitted an offer. The sellers had furniture that they had itemized out with pricing beside it. Obviously, if they went to that much trouble to note furniture that they were willing to sell, that it might behoove us. My clients wanted some of that, so they went through that yesterday. They noted which ones they wanted. That could help sweeten the deal a little bit, because then they'd be making an additional amount of money off of the sale of some of the furniture. So in answer to Allie's question, it is never going to be the same process when it comes to submitting an offer if you're representing the buyer. And that is why, guys, when we talk about these new NAR rules that are popping up, you need to know and have the best information possible. And it is not the same conversation. It is not the same strategy. It is not the same numbers ever. I don't think I've ever done, two contracts that were exactly the same. Even new construction has its own nuance. So I think that's just really important to kind of note that a buyer agent does, they bring some worth to the transaction. And in this case, we are anxiously awaiting, basically this is so my son Forrest, excuse me, when he was in school, all through elementary school, middle school, high school, never made a B. Like literally, he was a straight A student every quarter, every semester, every final, always an A. He also was a 12 varsity letter athlete in high school, so in his entire freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, every season, he lettered. So when he applied to UVA, I said, buddy, here's the thing. You did everything you can do. You can't get better than straight A's. You can't, if they want to see, involvement and athletic ability, you can't do better than lettering every single time. So if you put forth your best and it doesn't get rewarded, then that's okay. Then it's not on you. You didn't do anything wrong. And so he did get into UVA. He got in early, so good for him. But back to the offer, if we submit an offer and we've really kind of mentally thought about and strategized about what scenario might work best in this situation based on what the seller wants or needs, based on what the buyer wants or needs, and how can we potentially stand out from the other offers, we did the best that we were willing to do. And if we get the house, fantastic. And you notice I said we? That is such a Freudian slip, because I'm very much invested in whether or not my clients get the home. It makes my heart happy when they do. And again, multiple offers, so who knows? We may be the winner, we may not. But we submitted a really, really, really good offer. So in answer to Allie's question, that is kind of how that works. But on that note, we do have a word of the day that I think ties in well.
Oh, now come on, Amy, tell me what's the word.
All right, the word of the day is counter. And this really does tie in very well to Allie's question about, contract negotiations. And her question really was, do you people expect you to come in low and then you kind of go back and forth? And the answer is No, I mean, not always when it comes to that. But a counter offer is we submit an offer, we submit a fair offer. And that's what I tend to be the one that, okay, so if I go to Target and there's a cute shirt and we buy the shirt, I don't go to the cash register and say, I'm sorry, I know this shirt, says that it's, $26.99, but I'd really like to pay like $20.99. I don't do that, right? Because that's what it is priced at. Now, if I went, hey, this has got some rips and tears and holes, can I get a discount off of it? That's another conversation. First of all, I don't ever go to the store and ever do that anyway, so that was a really bad example. But point is, a counter offer is not necessarily something that always has to happen. If an offer is submitted and it is good, or if it is good enough, then I think it's really tedious to counter back $2,000. That's just ridiculous. Now we're being nitpicky, and it gives me an indication of a seller that I feel like is not really, they're just, it doesn't sit well with me. If we are offering a fair price and good terms, sometimes the seller will counter back, and sometimes we have countered back. But again, that is going to be dependent on every offer, every contract that we have, and it's always going to be different. But you shouldn't submit an offer with the expectation that they're going to counter back. Submit a good offer. And if you want the house, if you don't really care about the house, then fine. But you're wasting a lot of people's times if you're not coming in with an offer that's good enough to get the property or fair enough based on the value of it. Okay, with that, I'm off my soapbox. Let's go on to something else. So let's see. Yep, Gary, as in life, you can only do your best. You are exactly right, my friend. That's it. All we're trying to do is to do our best. And Gary says Elizabeth is looking well. She is. And on that note, we do have a little bit of baby news. So let's pop over to that, shall we? So the only news is no, we don't have a baby yet, but we should have a date soon. So Alyssa should be getting a phone call. Allie, correct me if I'm wrong. If she didn't get one Thursday or Friday or today, then today they will definitely be reaching out to schedule to schedule an induction for her. So hopefully we'll have that date soon. So we're all in our family. We're all kind of we're having our own little bets on what day that might be. But ultimately, it will be soon. So we are thinking, what is today? So we're thinking maybe in a little over a week. So probably not next Monday, but probably the week of next week. I'm thinking, but I don't really know anything. We just want the baby to keep cooking and keep growing and keep doing everything that he needs to do to be ready to face this crazy, big but beautiful world and meet everyone safely. And that includes Allie as well, because he's a biggin. He's our moto. So we want to make sure that both mama and baby have the easiest and best possible delivery into this world. So we'll keep you updated on that front. But again, thank all of you. There are so many of you. It just kind of cracks me up it just cracks me up when I think about these babies, and I think about how soon they're going to be here, and I think about the stuff that I still need to do. I'm like, I need to get ready. It's like, I don't need to get ready. It's not my baby. It's like, I don't need to have my little playpen, play yard put together yet, like they do. But we are super excited about that. Fred says, I love it when Amy says we, Team Amy all the way. That's very sweet. Thank you. Honestly, it really is kind of just a little Freudian slip there that I'm like, we. Wait, okay, Allie says, missed the first half of that because I was ironically on the phone figuring that out with Hung, but yes, date soon. Okay. Allie, do you need to call me after coffee time is over? Is there actually a date? You're just not going to say it now because you got to tell me first. That's very exciting. Yes, Susan, we are also so excited as well. We cannot stand it. We're just so excited. So yeah, Rob says, what did he say? Yeah, Eric's audio was really low. If you didn't hear him, basically he just said they're getting on the train. His audio was low. Obviously, it was loud out and around him. So I'm just glad that he was able to pop in at all. But ultimately, he just said they're hopping on the train. That's it. So they're getting ready to head out to I guess wherever they need to go as a spectator to get there to watch him when he crosses. He should be starting soon. Let me see if I can. I'll have Elizabeth do it here in a second after she finishes with the dogs. But we have a little app to track him. So that's what we like to do. Where is it? These things, there's just, I can't figure out my phone. I'm way too old, guys. Like, there's just way too much stuff on this phone. And I'm afraid to delete anything because I'm afraid I might need it. It's kind of like the stuff you keep in your garage. You're like, but one day I'll need that, whatever. That whatchamacallit. All right, let's see. Did I miss anything? Kim is on her way. She's going to be an official Floridian by next coffee time. So yes, Kim, we're so excited. Kim is starting the drive here. She closed on her home already, but like many of my clients, they purchased from out of state, and the home might be, she built new construction, beautiful home, by the way. And sometimes people are, they buy the home, they close on the home, but they're either waiting for kids to finish school, or they're waiting for an official retirement date, or they're just waiting for a better time in their life to officially get here. I had some clients close with Meritage over at Highland Ridge on Friday. They left yesterday, but they'll be back, soonish. But, but for a lot of us, we think closing on the home, moving in right that same day, and that doesn't always work for everybody. So some people, they wait a little bit later. I saw something a second ago. John Hickman, let's like the stream. Okay, yes, you're right. Like the stream if you like this information. All right, let me see. Is there anything else on my little board here? Yes, of course there is. It's what I'm watching. Okay, so I just watched this series on Netflix. I know you guys, I swear you probably are like, she is like cuckoo because she's all over the place with what she watches. So I just watched this documentary called Unlocked, a jail experiment. This was in Little Rock, I believe Little Rock, Arkansas, I believe is where this was done. The mayor wanted to implement a new strategy for the jail system, or at least for this one unit in there. And I won't give you the whole premise of it, but essentially these men, criminals, I mean, obviously they're in jail for a reason. So, for whatever reason, they were not stellar in that moment in time that caused them to do whatever it was that they did to get them where they were. Okay. I don't want to pass judgment on anybody as a whole, but obviously something went terribly wrong, and that's why they're where they are. But they spend their life, their jail term, 23 hours locked up in the cell and 1 hour outside of it. That would drive anybody insane if you were the most completely stable, emotionally, physically, mentally healthy person in the world. And so this mayor decided to do, and this is real, by the way, this isn't just a movie. They tried to do an experiment of changing that, of opening the doors, letting the men basically become a community themselves. Some parts go really well, some parts go really wrong, as you can imagine. No deputies around. I mean, they're watching everything that's happening, but they're not standing right there at the door, armed and ready. They're really giving the men freedom while still being locked up. It was really fascinating. I think it was like eight episodes. Again, I just threw it on. I started watching it, and then when we had our plumbing emergency, I spent the night with Elizabeth at her house, and she watched a couple episodes with me, and it's kind of fascinating. So if you're bored, if that looks like it might be something you got, 8 hours to kill over the next, that is what you call a Boston Marathon update. The Boston Marathon is underway. Track your favorite runners as they make their way from Hopkinton? What's up? Mouthful. To Boston. All right, so it started. So yay to those athletes that have just started out of the gate, and then Forrest should be heading out soon, I believe, Elizabeth says. Forrest is still waiting to start. Professional men just started 12 minutes ago. Professional women start in 5 minutes. Then around 10 a.m. is when Forrest's wave should start, we think. So anyway, all right, on that note, let me do a quick check here just to see if there's anything important that I missed. Yes, there is. Ooh, I know a secret. Okay, so this is our inside scoop, or not our inside scoop, but our I Know a Secret. I have a listing that's going active this Thursday, guys. This Thursday. So today's Monday. So in a few days, this is a beautiful home. By the way, we've had this listing agreement in place for a while, but it was just trying to determine when best for it to go active. So it's going to go active on Thursday. This is a beautiful Dreamfinders floor plan. It's only 2 years, not even, it was built in 2023. So yeah, it's not old at all. It has a pool, a fenced-in backyard. It is the Anna Maria. So those of you who know what I'm talking about, I bet a lot of people just went, ooh, right now, because yes, you know what I'm talking about. The Dreamfinders Anna Maria with the bonus room floor plan. The bonus room in this case is the big bonus room with a full bath and a closet. It doesn't have the additional bedroom, but it is a big bonus room, full bath and a closet upstairs. 4 bedrooms on the first floor, beautiful kitchen. Everyone loves that Anna Maria Island. Big, beautiful dining area. They've done some beautiful wainscoting and some like wallpaper, like a beautiful rich blue. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So 1 story with a bonus room, with a pool in Horizon West, Dreamfinders community. I'm going to be going active on Thursday. That's about all the specifics I could give you. If you want more information, give me a call. Remember, in the state of Florida, I can't really publicly advertise the specific property until about 24 hours before. We've already done the video. That should be airing all in time for you to view that. So if you are thinking about making a move here to Disney's backyard, make sure that you give me a call, obviously, 407-848-8042, whether it's that home or lots of other ones that we have kind of out and about. Oh, wait, I see somebody's telling me how to pronounce it. Hopkinton. I lived on the route in Framingham. Framingham. Cool. Very good. See, there we go. I said it correctly. Pam says lots of strange city pronunciations in the names of Massachusetts. Yes, you are correct. All right. Well, good. I'm glad I'm not a total idiot. I mean, half an idiot, but not a total idiot. All right, guys. I am going to have some people at my door here in about 10 minutes. The dogs are going to go nuts. We have to get some, we're replacing some toilets. Yay, fun. And then I have some appointments. So, yeah, as Elizabeth says, don't forget to check into the marathon Run Forest Run. You know, just as an FYI, not that anybody cares, but if you're bored, you can download the app. Let me see if it's the, yep. It is, let me see if I can find it for you. This is what it looks like. That's the little logo. It's B.A.A, a little yellow unicorn kind of a logo. You can download that app and you can punch in his bib number if you want, and you can track him. But, you know, you also don't have to. It's not a problem. We're going to be rooting for our boy here. Love that he still runs after all these years. Makes my heart happy, and it makes his heart healthy. So on that note, guys, as always, we thank you so much for joining us. Spending your Monday mornings with us. We do appreciate it very, very, very much. And my button's not working, so I'm trying to wrap it up. But here, I'll do this. I'll do the little, see that one's, oh, there we go. I'm here to help. There you go. Call or text me, 407-848-8042. And again, like we said, as always, please remember that we love you. We are so happy that you join us on Monday morning. I didn't show you my coffee mug, but of course, you know, it's my main man, Pooh Bear, because, you know, he's the champion of the wild card bracket. Just saying. All right, guys. Have a wonderful Monday, a wonderful week. We're going to have some real exciting news coming up. I cannot wait until next week. Hopefully, we'll have some fun stuff to share as well. Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to check us out on all the other social media platforms. But more than anything, just thank you for being a part of our lives in this big, massive, crazy, but also awesome world. It is absolutely fascinating to me and very humbling that anybody takes time out of their day to pop in and join us on a Monday morning. So with that, I'm going to let you know that I want you to stay safe, stay well. Please remember that we love you. We really do. And happy house hunting. See you next week.